This is a 1958 Ariel SQ4. I bought this a couple of weeks ago out of New Jersey. It came with the New Jersey title. And although the numbers indicate the frame and the engine are a 58, interestingly enough, the title said it was a 57. Now I have a few Norton Commandos, and I know usually that could happen, but usually it's because it wasn't sold and it's registered a year later. So I'm just showing this 58 because I'm considering on restoring it. And you can see how this was subjected to heat at one point. It came with the cracked distributor and no wires and a couple of plugs in it that looked like somebody was trying to work on the electrical system. And I covered the numbers on the engine and frame for privacy purposes. But here you have the hot wire, and here's the ground, or it might be reversed. Actually, this might be the ground wire. Oh, it's positive earth, but I don't see, I see black wires being terminated to the frame and not red wires like on a Norton Commando. So I'm just showing this because I know there are some Ariel SQ4s that are rebuilt or shown being rebuilt, but I didn't see many that just went through like one that was what you call a barn find, like this one. This one is mostly, or I should say completely original. The plate indicates that it was parked or last registered in 76, and all indications point to maybe it was originally blue, maybe it was originally black. So with a bike this old, you could never really tell how old it is in terms of, you know, the paint. But definitely looks like it just was parked. I'm thinking it spun a bearing. The pistons move when I turn it over. There's one particular rotation that I hear a little clunk. I noticed that when I went to buy the bike, and I was like, well, duh, that's why it was parked. But if you look at the bike, if you look at the bolts, it doesn't look like it was, you know, wrenched a lot, if any. I mean, sometimes you can wrench a bike and be real careful, but this basically looks like it's pretty much untouched original. You can see over here we got the only body damage that I could see on the bike. The rims have surface rust, but they're not rusted through. The brakes work. I was looking up tires, and the Dunlops that they make today that are supposed to be vintage, you know, appropriate, weren't made when this bike was made. And I went up to Dragonfly to see what tires they sold. So I wasn't convinced that it was worth really buying, you know, period correct tires for the bike, because I don't know what type of rims I want to put on it. I'm thinking of putting on shouldered rims, and I don't necessarily want to commit to anything right now because I'm just studying the bike. I'm studying a bunch of websites and YouTube videos, And, you know, there's mixed reviews on how they perform. I think it mostly has to do with how much money you spend and time you spend in restoring the engine. I think if you get the engine tolerances correct, crankshaft float, the right shells on the crank, good pistons and rings, re-sleeve it, new valves, valve seals, springs. I think if you get everything right in the engine, it probably runs really well. But then you got to deal with the vintage suspension in the front and the back. So this is 1958 Ariel SQ4, and I hope to post more videos. Going to put this up on One Last Pull YouTube channel. Doesn't have much on it, but I think this is going to be interesting.